Morning everyone, and welcome back to Master Tarot. Oh gosh, this weather. Okay, thank you for joining me. What I want to have a look at today, and I will come back on again if there is, once I analyse what's been put out in the January 6th Commission, if there's anything worth having a read on, I'll come back again. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. So we'll have a bit of a look, but today I want to tackle Boris, as promised. Boris, his Russian connections, his Brexit connections, or Russia's connections in regards to Brexit, and what the future holds for him. As I said the other day or last week, I did see that he would Teflon his way through, because literally there was nobody to replace him as the leader of the party that's in power in the UK. So I'll have a bit of a look at Boris. I would like to have a look at the Ukrainian prisoners in Russia if I get a chance. I am tossing up whether to move over and have a look at the case currently underway in Georgia in regards to the fraud there. I might throw just a few cards on that. I have pages of information in regards to it. Voter fraud, FBI, DOJ leaked that whatever they're doing. The Georgia Fullerton County, Fani Willis, talking to prominent Republicans, Rudy Giuliani, Eastman, etc., the electors who backed out before the election where they paid off, attempting to overthrow, the calling on of the National Archives, Trump's recorded phone call, etc., etc., etc. There is so much information, but I'm not feeling an overwhelming desire to go into all of that. What I'm going to do instead, I'll get it out of the way quickly. I shall just ask how the court case will go with Trump. Now, for those who follow me, you know that I have never seen Trump go to prison. I have seen him in a desolate state, very clear vision in a desolate state. He ends up penniless, irrelevant, friendless, you name it. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I just don't see anything really sticking except that he will just end up with the destiny and karma he deserves. So, tell me about the Trump fraud case. Oops, I'm throwing them everywhere. They are very, very slippery cards. The big lie, the steal. Hang on, I've got one down on the floor. I'll just pause you for a second while I pick it up. And I'm back again. Oh, okay. These are the cards that popped out. The big steal, the lie, the abuse of power, the deception, the stealing of the truth. Basically what this is about the attempted stealing of the election under investigation. Now, perhaps this is Fani Willis, but yeah, the steal is under investigation. And then we have temperance and moderation, the rebalancing, strength returning to the voter quite rapidly. Okay, but we'll have a quick look. We'll have a bit of a proper look, because I could read off the base of the pack forever. Tell me about the fraud case, the fraud election case, Trump and the Georgia election fraud. Tell me about Trump and the Georgia election fraud. Tell me about Trump and the Georgia election fraud. Tell me about Trump and the Georgia election fraud. Trump. Okay, just throw it out at me. Five of Pentacles, desolation, thrown out. Now this isn't the case being thrown out, this is penniless, thrown out, moral corruption, you name it. This is the case. This is, I just asked them, tell me about it. So this is what's going to happen with the case. Oh, complete and utter downfall. I think I might even just go like this with these. I don't know that, yeah. Complete and utter downfall. There are secrets that are going to be, a hidden agenda that's going to be revealed. There is the manipulation in regards to the government. I'm going to pop these back because my original thought was to do it this way in a Celtic cross, because I want to keep going with this. Just desolation, just thrown out. Moral corruption. This is the moral corruption of what actually happened. It will lead to a complete and utter downfall of those proven to be involved. There will be secrets. There will be hidden agenda that will be revealed in regards to the past manipulation of actually what went on. And here we have the government. Right, immediate future. The downfall. Downfall of the king, endings and new beginnings. But the king is trodden underfoot, his crown is tossed off. This is bringing forward the white rose of new starts. This is about resetting for a better future. And I love the rainbows in the background here. The resetting of a new future for the future generations. External influences, Page of Pentacles, there's going to be, messages brought forward in regards to finances, money. Internal influences from Russia. Wow. External influences, there is going to be a whistleblower. There is going to be information brought forward in regards to follow the money trail. And this is in regards to the influence of Russia. Hopes and fears, Wheel of Fortune, karma, destiny, new starts, ending of one cycle, beginning of another. The outcome, illusion and delusion. The illusion and delusion and agreements in regards to the big lie, the thievery of the truth, the betrayal, the sabotage will be exposed. The illusion and delusion, the contracts that were made in regards to abuse of power and stealing of the truth off the battlefield, and you've got these walking away, these figures will be exposed. We've got this figure here, the living independently in luxury can also be a gilded cage. Let's keep going. Wish fulfillment, be careful what you wish for. Okay, so there are going to be, right, this isn't necessarily Trump, but there are going to be figures who have set themselves up by taking money. Be careful what they wished for. They are going to find themselves juggling as the truth is moved out of these turmoil times. There is going to be a difficult decision to be made in regards to this immature infighting that's gone on. This dark money is going to be exposed. They're going to have to defend themselves, and there will be a new start, bringing back trust and courage to the system. The Trump org is going to find itself under investigation in regards to this as well. I have no idea what Trump org had to do with any of this, but it is going to find itself pulled into this in some way. So, the fraud in Georgia. Trump org. Wonder what that's about. Okay. We shall watch with interest. That's how the investigation in Georgia, the energies around it. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to expose a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be caught with their wallets open and their underwear down, allegedly. So we shall watch that with interest. Now, Boris. Boris. What deck am I going to use? I might do Boris last, and I might use a combination of decks there. So what was I going to look at as well today? Oh, the Ukrainian prisoners in Russia. Yeah. Tell me about the fate of the Ukrainian prisoners in Russia being taken on the Eastern Front there. Bodies of Mariupol steelwork soldiers are being returned to the Ukrainians so that they can have a decent burial. Read on that ages ago. As ghastly heartbreaking as it was to read on it, those that died were aware of what they were doing, why they were doing it, and they were prepared. I don't know that anyone can be prepared, but there have been prisoners taken, and apparently, allegedly, the treatment is not particularly good. But tell me about the fate of the Ukrainian soldiers in Russia. Now, if you've got any questions you want me to read on a particular person, put it in the box below. Just shifting the energies. The Ukrainian soldiers in Russia. Tell me about the fate of the Ukrainian soldiers in Russia. I'm feeling very blank. I just had Judgment and the Six of Cups pop out. This is about a call to arms, but an inevitability in regards to wanting the past to be how it was. Wanting families to be reunited. I have seen, and those that follow me know, that Ukraine will be over when Putin is gone. It might stutter on a little bit thereafter. Putin is not using a body double from what I have seen. He's basically been propped up with medication and injections, etc. A lot of what you're seeing put out by Putin at the moment in regards to meetings with other world leaders or rallies, etc., have been recorded in the past. They are not current. They may have taken place months ago, allegedly. So just beware what you're actually believing and what's been put out with the propaganda. But he's not long for this world. But we'll move on. Okay, move on. The Ukrainian soldiers. Tell me about, even though it's nice and toasty and warm in here, because it's so cold outside, cold and windy, the cards are a little bit sticky. We're not wet, but it's just the cold. Tell me about the fate of the Ukrainian soldiers in Russia, the Ukrainian prisoners of war in Russia. Tell me about their energies and their fate. Tell me about their energies and their fate. King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Not sure what those mean, but they did fall out there. King of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. Okay, thank you. They are, I'm just being told the word courageous. Morale is still courageous. They are inspired. Not inspiring, they are inspired about their journey forward. If that makes sense, for the position that they're in. They followed the message that they're bringing. The message that they're bringing forward is an inspired message that they're holding their courage. They're holding their courage and their morale. But we'll read on it. Tell me, Meister, the energies and the fate of the Ukrainian soldiers in Russia. And everything fell out. Sorry about it. I was distracted. Spot's lying at my feet, my white dog, and he just gave the biggest contented groan as he stretched out in his sleep. Sorry. Tell me about the Ukrainian soldiers in Russia, energies and fate. Right. Thank you, Master. Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah. Do I need to explain what this card? Yes, it is a new beginning, but this is the energies that they just strong, protective, defiant. They're not doing anything stupid. They're not bringing anything upon themselves untoward, but they're not breaking under it either. They're not breaking under their situation. Wow. Just felt such strength come from that card, from that energy. Crossed by, yeah. So in the face of this energy, now notice none of the swords are actually touching the figure, but they are under horrific amounts of threat, and just the point, they know that they're being challenged by this. I'm just trying to explain how to put it, but I think the card they're not actually being mistreated, but it's hanging over them. The threat is hanging over them at all times, but they are maintaining this courageous energy. Base of the pack, the Tower. Not the base of the pack, the base of the reading, the foundation of the reading. And it is about the breaking down of old structures to be able to rebuild. However, if you have a look at the very top of this tower, it is a crown that is being blasted off. It is the crown of the leader that is being blasted off. And so this is part of the downfall of Putin as well. These prisoners of war. Okay, in the past, there's our King of Pentacles. And this again is in the past. This is them standing firm. This was them standing firm at the steelworks. This is them standing defiant. This particular one is not holding anything in its hands. He is just the epitome of courage standing there, courage and protection. But in the past we have this king sitting there defiantly with his scepter across his knees, and just this was before they were captured. This was their energies before they were captured. Crowning the reading, the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got the Queen, the King and the Ace. Masculine energy, feminine energy, doesn't mean male and female, it's just the different energies they're bringing in. This is about protection, nurturing. This is the energies they have towards each other. Okay, thank you, Master. This is how they are supporting each other while in the position they're in, is with the compassionate protection, support, strength. Yeah. The feminine. This is them in the battle. This is them now. The two different energies. Okay, the immediate future is their emotions are of despair. I mean, you cannot overrule. These energies will never overrule what they are actually feeling at their core. Is despair as they cling to the flag. However, if you look in the background, there's still 2 cups upright, and you have this glow along this path, following along this path in this glow. He's got his helmet on the ground. The cups, they haven't actually spilt anything, but emotionally, this is the immediate future. As this war drags on, they are just going to find themselves really challenged emotionally. Okay, external, burden, a difficult path that they're going to have to travel. Difficult messages that they're going to have to, that they've been curtailed, bowed down under, weighed down under with propaganda, and they're going to have to find a way to hold on and carry those messages as they move forward. And here's your stag in the background here. But it is going to be quite burdensome for them. However, again, we have this foundation, these pentacles coming forward, which is a repeat in this reading about earth strength, about standing firm. 3 of Pentacles can be about working together, even though this is a figure by himself. I think what this is even though he is by himself, he does hold the foundation of a firm understanding that they are, of what they have done and why they are where they are, and that they are all in this together. They are all in this together. That's the internal hopes and fears. That there will be a message coming. Something will be revealed, and there will be a message being brought forward in regards to them. The outcome at this stage, here's Putin. But he is being overridden by this star of hope, about this star of rebalancing. Okay. Right. Okay. And I'll just draw a couple more. Putin. Being confronted by this star of hope in regards to his betrayal, deception, his plans on the battlefield, what he's caused, abuse of power. This figure is caught between Putin and his abuse of power. There will be an offer being made, perhaps a prisoner exchange, but there will be an offer being made. It's not... This figure is looking at the offer. You have the beautiful sunset in the background. I think it's actually a sunset. So it may be a whiles off, but there will be an offer made. All these cups are upright, whereas before here they were fallen. So there is hope in these cups. And I'm thinking this is a prisoner exchange. Okay, so this is the fallen on the battlefield, or the taken prisoner. These are the prisoners, okay. So in regards to Putin, there will be hope in regards to the prisoners, that there will be a prisoner exchange and things will be rebalanced. and things will be rebalanced. And here we have this Knight bringing forward this offer. Bringing forward this offer. It will have to stand up to some defending. There will be a difficult decision to be made. But I think what's happened is it's going to be accepted as the swords of truth move into calmer waters in regards to the government. Okay. They have great strength. I'm seeing there is really the only bad card in there is that they have the bad cards is they've got this threat hanging over them, and there is a creeping in of a feeling of despair, but I am seeing a prisoner exchange will be put on the cards and it will actually go ahead. So a prisoner exchange. Okay, right. Thank you for that, Meister. That took a bit longer than I thought it was going to. We'll have a very quick look at Boris because I keep promising that I will. And I'm going to use my intuitive cards. So tell me about the future of Boris Johnson. Oh, okay, thank you. There is going to be, I'll throw some cards on that very quickly and then I'll move to the intuitive. Sorry, this reading's going on longer than I wanted it to, as usual, always does. Will there be information? Now, I just want 4 cards, please, Master, and then we'll move on to those. Will there be information that comes out in regards to hidden agenda on the bottom? Whistleblower. Truth coming forward via a whistleblower in regards to a hidden agenda. And what I'm thinking about is Boris being influenced by Russia in regards to Brexit. Allegedly. Tell me about, 4 cards. Boris Johnson, Russia, Brexit. Boris Johnson, Russia, Brexit. Boris Johnson, Russia, Brexit. Chained to the devil. Addiction. Not something I usually see when I get the devil. Usually it's greed, avarice and toxicity, but I'm getting addiction. Addiction to the chaotic speed that will be rebalanced. That wasn't what I was asking though, but tell me. Russia, Boris, Brexit. 4 cards, please, Master. Russia, Boris, Brexit. I have read on Brexit recently. I don't see the UK, Ireland is a separate matter. I don't see the UK re-entering the European Union, but there will be a reorganising, renegotiation, something. They will be brought back into the fold in a different manner. But right now, tell me, truth will come out. Truth will come out in regards to the lies, which will lead to a restoration of faith and a new start for the country regarding this moral corruption. I don't think I have to draw any more on that. That's basically telling me that yes, there is truth that's going to come out yes. There is truth that's going to come out in regards to Boris and Russia, in regards to Brexit. Right. And here's the UK re-entering the European Union in some manner. Okay, unity of diversity is basically what that card is. So, tell me about the future. And there's Boris. I'll put that there, but tell me about the future of Boris Johnson. Tell me about the future of Boris Johnson, entertainment purposes only. Future of Boris Johnson. Future of Boris Johnson. Okay, here we go. I'll zap through this story as quickly as I can. Right, here is Boris Johnson. King for a day, King Muck, King of the Castle, whatever you like to call him. Oh, blank card, deliberately blank. Right, let's see what this story is telling us. This is in regards to domestic security, the domestic situation, the comfort of home. The comfort of home, economy, etc. is divided by wealth. Divided by wealth. We have gossip and families. Gossip and families. Let's keep going. Magic will happen in regards to peace in the conflict zone. Messages will get out. There will be anger in the overseas influence. Not quite sure about these two. I might read on those a little bit different. But once the conflict in Ukraine is over and peace is restored, messages will get out that people will not, and that these messages will cause a lot of anger in regards to overseas influence. There was a lot of hard work done by, this is again alien, doesn't mean aliens, it just means of an alien nature, to flip the scales of abundance and happiness in comfort. Comfort will be large. Okay, let's see where this is leading us. I think this is really the vital row for us here. The information is going to come out while the conflict, when the conflict is over. So we've got the loyalties. We'll be horrified. We'll be horrified at the loyalties that led to the death of the freedom via a poverty of courage. A poverty of courage. So the people... Okay, the people are going to... So the hard work... There's going to be hard work, or there was hard work on by an alien influence that flipped the balance of the abundance. And they're pretty happy about what happened, the comfort and the overwhelming largeness of what they managed to achieve. Right, I'm getting this now. Thank you, Meister. There will be horror about the loyalties that caused the death of a lot of freedoms in Europe. And this may be freedom to travel via the poverty of bravery. A leap of faith is going to be slowly coming due to the entwining of Boris with what happened, but there will be a unity coming forward, plus, okay, I do like these cards, plus the financial loss of those who are indulgent. Can you see those? Sorry, I'll pop that up a bit. Sorry, my bad. This last row on the world stage, which is their fate and destiny in the future, as those that rule will be stopped. Okay. So it's not so much giving me Boris himself. At this stage, it is blank, because there is a really long process that needs to go through here. In regards to domestic security was divided by wealth, follow the money trail, and the gossip amongst. I'll just get, can I get a clarifier on that family card, please, Master? A clarifier on that family card. Nothing is going to happen to Boris until after. Oops, it's telling me bullseye. Bullseye, that what I'm saying is correct, but just a clarifier on that family card, please. The reuniting of families. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Reuniting of families. So at this stage it's blank. We have the domestic comfort has been divided by the wealthy. But when we get the messages of the unity of the families that will happen when the war in Ukraine is finished, and we then hear these messages of the truth, it will regarding what happened with overseas influences will make the people angry. There will be a lot of hard work, or there was a lot of hard work by an alien influence to flip the balance of power in the UK, that brought abundance and happiness to and comfort to some who made it happen. However, this loyalty will horrify in regards to the loss of freedoms that the Brits experienced and the poverty of this courage. It will take an extreme leap of faith that will be slow to come forward as the entwining is exposed. But this can also mean the re-entwining of Europe and the UK, which will lead to this bright future of unity. But it'll also lead to the downfall. Sorry if I sounded a little bit pleased at that. It will also lead to the downfall of the gluttonous upper echelons, so to speak, on the world stage. It is their fate for the future that their rule is stopped. And a bullseye. And on the bottom is the heart. Won't be an easy journey. There will have to be some destruction of things over time to rebuild the strength, the past, drop by drop to overcome the past. The sadness will be out as the people come together, work together behind the scenes for the health and betterment of the country. Okay. So it's not really telling me about Boris himself, because that is not yet written. It is not yet written. It is not yet decided upon. It will come forward as time progresses and decisions are made and energies. So he will have options, and he hasn't decided what option to take yet, and that will determine his future, where he goes. Okay, thank you for joining me. Hope that gave you some insight and some hope. Covered a bit today. Hearts go out to the Ukrainians and to the prisoners, and I really hope that prisoner exchange happens sooner rather than later, but rest assured that their morale is still there, their courage is still there. They are in a difficult situation, and just sending them all my love. Okay, take care, look after yourselves, stay in strength, stay in the light, and look after yourselves. Bye-bye.